Hi, my dear students. So, in our previous academic year, in the academic year of 2020 and 21, we have successfully completed our syllabus, and I am going to congratulate because you have promoted for your next classes. The students who are studying in the 5th standard, you are now students of 6th standard, and all of you are promoted for your higher classes. So, as we have discussed in our previous academic year, and in the sense in the academic year of 2020 and 21, we have discussed about the many topics regarding the subject social science. So today we shall start an introductory class, or we shall start a bridge class. We are going to interconnect your previous class with the upcoming classes. The subject social studies deals with the numerous matters, or it's a very vast subject which we should know for the betterment of our life. So how the other subjects like mathematics and science are very important for your academics, are very important for your life. Social studies also plays a very major role in our society, or it is going to play a very major role in the life of every human being. A human being who is going to take birth, he should one or another way he will come in the sustenance, or he will go in the process of social studies. So because of that, social studies always stands first for every human being's life. So in the same way, students who are studying in the 5th standard or before, who are studying in the primary classes, you have just studied social as a single book or a single topic. So now we are going to divide the social into different branches. We are going to discuss, or we are going to learn the different kinds of concepts in the social studies. So as I think most of you know about the social studies, and most of you know about the different branches of the social studies. So before your 5th standard, you are going to study the social as a single subject or a partless subject. So when you are going to entry for the 6th standard, when you are going to entry for the higher primary section, you are going to study the social into different parts. We are going to divide the social study into 3 important parts. So the first part of a social study is history, and the second part of the social study is political science, and the third part of the social study is geography. So as the name history indicates, it is going to give us an enormous knowledge about the historical events from when. So from when our civilizations were started. So when the human being is started to live together, when the human being is started to live in a society, when the human culture is started. So from that day to today, what are the major events are taken place in our life or in our ancestors' life. So what is the need of learning the history means what we are having today. What we are having today, what kind of life we are living today, all these are a gift of our ancestors. So it is our bonded responsibility to know about the life of our ancestors, because all the things are started from them. So we are going to see different kinds of civilization. We are going to see a civilization, different kinds of ancient civilization in the world, and also we are going to discuss about the very important civilization in our India, and also how our culture was started, and what are the major things by which we are going to study the history, and major kingdoms which ruled our country, and what are the major developments was taken place in those times. What we are having today. We are having a food system, we are having the administration system, we are having a trade system, we are having a social system. So we are using many things today. All these things are a gift from our ancestors. All these things are a gift from our history itself. So it's our duty to know about the history. So from this class, I mean from 6th standard to 8th or 9th standard, we are going to divide the history into 3 different parts. In the part of history, we are going to know about the life of our ancestors, and also a thing which was happened in our country before our existence. I mean, who are the important kings ruled us, which are the important dynasties ruled our nation, what are their achievements. So even we are going to divide the history into many parts. We are going to divide the history into many parts. We are going to divide history into ancient history, middle history, and new history. So in your further classes, we are going to show in some of the classes in the 8th standard, 9th standard, we are going to learn about the ancient histories. And in the 7th standard, we are going to see a new history of our Indian nation, and a very fantastic events we are going to discuss in the 7th standard textbook. Even in the 6th standard textbook, we are going to see, or we are going to discuss about the major kingdoms or prominent kings who ruled our state. Who was the local administration was there in our ancient periods. All these things we are going to discuss in our history topics. And the next important thing is political science. So as the name itself indicates, political science means the administration system of our nation. So as you all know that India is a country which is having a democratic system of administration. So we know very well about our administration. So we the people of India, we are ruled by the democratic system of our administration. We are having a very strong evidence, or we are having a very strong thing or a book to administrate our India, that is constitution of our nation. So how we got the constitution of our nation? So what was India before the independence? How India was ruled by others before the independence? So what kind of struggle we have fought, how we fought to get the independence. So the struggle which we fought to get the independence, we are going to discuss in the historical part of 7th standard, and the political science. In the political science, we are going to study detailedly about the administration system of our country. I mean, so administration system of our country means we are going to discuss about the constitution and the things which we are getting from the constitution. Our constitution of India is going to secure all the peoples of our nation with the fundamental rights, and also it is going to ask the people to have some important duties. And we are going to see the main 3 important pillars of our constitution. One is legislative, one is executive, and another one is judicial. We are going to discuss about all these 3 important things, and also we are going to discuss many things. So in our 8th standard textbook, we have discussed about the public administration. I mean, how the administration is run in our nation. And also we are discussed about the Panchayat Raj system. We are discussed about the local governments. So we are going to see many aspects of our administration. So from 6th standard to 9th standard in our social science, especially the political science, we are going to discuss the many matters regarding the political science, or many matters regarding the administration sector of our nation. And also in some important concepts, we are going to discuss about the administration sectors of entire world. I mean, we are going to discuss about the United Nations, and we are going to discuss about the United States, and we are going to discuss about the International Court of Justice, and WHO, and many things we are going to discuss in the political science itself. And the next important part of the social science, that is geography. As you all know that geography means it is a study of our planet, or it is a study of our earth. So we the people, we are going to sustain our life, or we are going to lead our life in the earth. So it's our duty to know about the earth. So as we are going to discuss about our nation, so in your pre-primary classes itself, you have discussed about the geographical aspects of our nation. So we are going to divide the India into different parts. So we are going to divide the India into Himalayan ranges, and northern region, southern region, and desert region, and we have discussed about the physical features of our nation. In the same way, in the geography, we are going to discuss about the physical features of our nation. Not only physical features of our nation, we are going to discuss about the physical features of our entire world. We are going to discuss about some important physical features of the different countries or different continents of our nation. We are going to discuss about the Antarctica, we are going to discuss about the Africa, we are going to discuss about the North America, and many different parts of our nation. We are going to many different nations of our entire earth we are going to discuss in the geographical part. So not only in a single class, we are going to discuss them in the 6th standard, we are going to discuss them in the 7th standard, even in your 8th and 9th standard also we are going to discuss about the different countries. So it is completely a continued study. It is completely a continued study. Every class is interlinked with the other class. So in the 6th standard itself, we are going to start study about our state. So how many parts we have, for the purpose of administration, we have divided our state into 4 parts. We are going to divide our state into 4 divisions. One is Gulbarga division, another one is Belagavi division, Mysore division, and Bangalore division. These are the 4 administrative parts of our nation, of our state. So further, which are the important kingdoms ruled our state? Vijayanagara kingdom, Vaisalas, and some important native kings who ruled our state. All these things we are going to see in the 6th standard itself. When we are going to entry for the 7th standard, we are going to discuss about the important movements of our freedom struggle. We are going to study about the freedom struggle. We are going to study about the Gandhi era. We are going to study about the Europeans who entered India as a merchants, and they have converted themselves into the administrators of our nation. So all these things we are going to discuss in the 7th standard. So when we are going to entry for the 8th standard, so we are going to study about the sources. How we collected all these historical evidence, how we collected, how we came to know about the evolution of history, and which are the important kings, who are the important kings, or which are the important kingdoms who ruled entire our nation. So further it will be continued for the 8th, 9th standard also. There we are going to discuss about the important kingdoms who ruled entire nation. So in the North India and also in the South India, how they are ruled, all those things we are going to discuss in our textbook. So in the political science also we are going to discuss about the administration. So in the 6th standard itself, we are starting the discussion about the fundamental rights and fundamental duties, and we are going to know some important concepts about our constitution. In the 7th standard, we are going to discuss about the government, the formation of the government, the formation of judicial aspects, and many things we are going to discuss in the political science. In the 8th standard, we are going to discuss about the public administration, we are going to discuss about the local government, and we are going to discuss about the formation of government and all those things we are going to discuss in the 8th standard. So they will be continued for our upcoming classes. So from 6th and 7th standard, we are going to divide social science into only 3 parts. From the 8th standard, we are going to divide the social science into again another 3 important points. One is sociology, economics, and business study. The term sociology is going to say us about the society. So in what kind of society we are living, what are the aspects of our society, what is our culture, and even our family is also a society, or it is also a social institution. We are going to discuss in detail about all these things in your 8th, 9th, and 10th standard. So economics means, so today you all know very well, economics plays a very important or a very major role in the life of every human being. In the same way, here economics is going to play a very important role or a very major role in the every human being. So we are going to discuss about the economic development. We are going to discuss about the many economic functions or economic relationship with the many countries, and also we are going to discuss about the trade and commerce. All these things are coming in the part of economics. And the next thing is business studies. I mean, what kind of market system we are having in our nation, what kind of market system we should have in our nation. So what is the present market condition of our nation, how we are going to export our things to other country, how we are going to get imported of many things from the other nations. All these things we are going to discuss from 8th standard to 10th standard. So this is about the branches of social studies. So next we shall discuss about the importance of social studies. Social study plays a very major role in the every human being's life, because a human being is a social animal. Human beings are called as social animal. You might be not doing any other kind of work. So you might be doing any kind of work. You might be doing any kind of work. You will be a part of the society, and you should know, or one or another way social study will implemented in your life. So every people, whatever you may be doing any kind of job, you might be doing any kind of business, whatever you may be. You might be very rich or poor, that is not a matter, but you are going to come under the society, or you are going to influence by the social studies itself. So social studies plays a very important role, or a very major role in the administration of our nation. Not only administration of our nation, every individual is very important in the social studies. So a very small example, whatever you might be doctor, you might be engineer, you might be professor, you might be a technician, you might be a teacher, you might be a businessman, or you might be anything else, but you will be recognized, or you will be controlled, or you will be administrated by the administration system of our nation. So the administration system where we are going to learn, it means we are going to learn in the social studies. So social studies plays a very important role, and we shall discuss how it is important to life. So entire life is considered as a social studies, from our birth to death. From our birth to death, social studies are going to play a very important or major role in the every individual's life. So this is about your introduction class for all the classes. So from the next class, I mean in the next video, we shall discuss in detail about the every separate classes. I mean, we are going to discuss about the 8th standard, 9th standard, 6th standard and 7th standard separately and in detail. Thank you very much.